Hey, welcome everybody to the Week 42 Hurricane Complex Program Design Review. So here's what we got. Just as a reminder, how this works is in the yellow down below the exercises, gives you a purpose at each station, gives you a tip for engagement, even some tips for entertainment. The tips for entertainment will be written in red. Sometimes we highlight things in green if we feel like, hey, this is going to be really important that you start over here. Perhaps maybe like this little surge flip or sandbag flip. There's a little bit of technique to that. So you might be like, okay, so people are going to be a little confused by it. So why don't I have them start over there? So if that's the case, then we turn it green. If there's any questions about equipment or whatnot, then we'll turn it orange and discuss that as, how you can have different alternatives. This is a great workout week. You can go and do the first circuit, and then you can turn it into a superset for the second and third exercise because they're primarily unilateral. It's a fast week, fast paced, 25 seconds, 10 seconds off. Let me go left to right on the top column. The dumbbell dead rows, you're actually setting the weight down in between, so it becomes dead weight, right? It takes all the elasticity out of the muscles. There's no rubber band effect happening from the muscles. So challenge the weight and the pace. For some, that's a ballistic movement, so it might be a 3-point row instead if they need back support. All right, so the battle rope jump lunge slams challenge the range of motion with both the knee and the height of the rope. Then the kettlebell wall sit bicep curl iso squat today, iso sexy tomorrow. This is buns and guns, baby. So get it in. All right. Now remember, you're having a purpose at each station. So, if I'm over there and I'm coaching the row, I'm coaching that good squeeze, that shoulder contraction as I'm coaching the lunge slam, I'm coaching them to get their back knee all the way down the floor. If I'm coaching that iso squat, I'm coaching how low they're sitting, that their quads are parallel to the ground. Then I get over here and I have the sandbag skater flip. So it's a pace exercise, but I'm teaching the flip as they come through that skater motion, the moving push-up. It's a walking push-up, so I'm definitely making sure their butt's not up in the air. If it is, I smack it. No, just kidding. You don't do that. But you make sure to get their hips down. You don't let their hips sag too low as well. All right, so it's a walk-in push-up. Then the next exercise, the little staying alive John Travolta. The old members might appreciate that joke because you're reaching across the body and take that dumbbell up. I sometimes kid that they're leading with their finger, right? Like the staying alive thing there. John Travolta and the white Zook Zook. And then it'll be done the other side. So that's why it can turn into a superset. If you turn it into a superset, what happens is you change your clock to 25, 5 seconds rest in between, and then you have that 10 seconds as your final, which is really just a transition time. And then you have to keep track of like a certain group that started where, so that way you know when they're coming around for their third time. Then it goes into battle rope Russian twist and battle rope crisscross. Both those are about pace, but if I'm spotting that battle rope Russian twist, I'm making sure they're leaning back and feeling their abs holding them up. Then we get over to the kettlebell split stance wall hinge. I say hip hinge, you say hooray, that's right. All right, so coaching that good spine alignment. You can do quick assessments for people, making sure that they're not taking a weight further than what they can take their range of motion without a weight, right? Then you get into the sandbag or surge plank to push up. I like to put a towel on people's back, make sure they don't rotate their hips too much. If they do rotate their hips too much, the towel falls off. The surge squat thrust, remember this is also going overhead. So challenge the weight and the pace. And then we got a sprint to skip on the left and then a sprint to skip on the right. So that's challenging the pace on those. So my suggestion for the warm-up this week is to, get them huddled up, right? Like you can be doing your basic ramp warm-up and you get all the way to the end and then you're like, all right, I say 2 claps, give me 2. I say pride clap, give me 3. And when I say 1 clap, we get a little closer, like it was 2019. So 2 claps, they do 2 claps. We do that a few times, pride clap, 1, 2, 3, right? And then 1 clap, 1 clap, 1 clap. You're bringing them into the huddle and you're clapping it up. All right, on my signal, we're going to take it up. Whoa, and break it down. You have them bring their hands in. And then you might say, guys, here's the word of the day. At Journey, we say all in because half in gets you half a workout. All in gets you the whole thing. So it's all in on 3. 1, 2, 3, all in. And then throughout the workout, maybe you'll call like I say, we are, you say all in, right? Because you're reminding them to be all in. But that's just one example, right? You guys, Londonderry, I think, is really leading the way with that. They're doing a great job giving different words of inspiration. So you might have something from what you read. And then from a cool down, how cool are you? Touch their souls, move their soul, not just their body. We actually got some extra foam rollers in this location. We're going to be leading some foam roll cool downs, but challenge yourself to even make your cool down great. And there it is, the week 42, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, hurricane program design review.